We often hear that more and more animal species are on the brink of extinction and that their extinction is only a matter of time. The inexorable expansion of human activities such as hunting, destruction of natural habitat, climate change, and other factors contribute to a species extinction rate that is 1,000 times greater than the natural rate. Although species extinction is a tragedy, sometimes it can be beneficial to a certain species, our own. From the 12-foot megasnake and flying creatures the size of giraffes, today we'll tell you about some stunning extinct creatures that thankfully no longer exist. If you like the video, be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. Here we go. Palagarnis sandersi. Thanks to its wingspan, which scientists estimate was over 7 meters, Palagarnis sandersi appears to be the largest flying bird ever discovered. It is possible that the bird could only fly by jumping off rocks and spent most of its time over the ocean, where it relied on wind currents reflecting off the ocean to keep it flying. Although it is considered the largest of the flying birds, compared to pterosaurs such as Quetzalcoatlus with a wingspan of nearly 12 meters, it was rather modest in size. Fufoberea, the giant centipede. Fufoberea, which resembles modern centipedes in form and behavior, had a striking difference: it was nearly a meter long. Scientists are not quite sure exactly what it ate. We know that some modern centipedes eat birds, snakes, and bats. If a 25-centimeter centipede eats birds, imagine what a centipede nearly 1 meter long might eat. Gigantopithecines. Gigantopithecus inhabited what is now Asia from 9 million to 100,000 years ago. They were the largest primates on Earth. They were 3 meters tall and weighed up to 550 kilograms. These creatures walked on 4 legs, like modern gorillas or chimpanzees, but there are also scientists who hold the opinion that they walked on 2 legs, like humans. The features of their teeth and jaws suggest that these animals were adapted to chewing hard, fibrous food, which they cut, crushed, and chewed. Arcus. Arcus was a giant mammal of prey that lived during the Eocene 45 to 36 million years ago. Based on the skull and several bones found, paleontologists suggest that the predator may have weighed up to 1,800 kilograms, possibly making it the largest terrestrial predatory mammal in history. Nevertheless, the creature's behavioral habits are unclear and some theories suggest that Arcus may have been an omnivore or a scavenger. Pulmonary Scorpius. The literal translation of Pulmonary Scorpius means, breathing scorpion. It is an extinct giant species of scorpion that lived on Earth during the Vesian period of the Carboniferous period, approximately 345 to 330 million years ago. Based on fossils found in Scotland, it is believed to have been approximately 70 centimeters long. It was a terrestrial animal that most likely fed on small arthropods and quadrupeds. Megalania. Megalania, endemic to southern Australia, became extinct only recently, about 30,000 years ago, which means that the first Aboriginal people to settle in Australia may well have encountered it. Scientific estimates as to the size of this lizard vary widely, but it may have been about 7.5 meters long, making it the largest lizard that ever existed. Helicoprion. The Helicoprion, one of the longest living prehistoric creatures, 310 to 250 million years ago, is a shark-like fish from the subclass of whole heads that was distinguished by its spiral-shaped clusters of teeth called tooth coils. Helicoprion may have been as long as 4 meters, but the body length of its closest living relative, the chimera, reaches only 1.5 meters. Anteloden. Unlike its modern relatives, the Anteloden was a pig-like mammal with a savage appetite for meat. Perhaps the most monstrous-looking of all mammals, it walked on 4 legs and was almost as tall as a human. Some scientists believe that Antelodens were cannibals. and if they could eat even their own kind, they would certainly eat you. Anomalocaris. Anomalocaris, which means abnormal shrimp, which inhabited nearly all seas of the Cambrian period, was a species of marine animal related to ancient arthropods. Scientific research suggests that it was a predator that fed on sea creatures with hard shells as well as trilobites. They were notable especially for their eyes, which were equipped with 30,000 lenses and were considered the most developed eyes of any species of that period. Megandra. Megandra is a genus of extinct insects from the Carboniferous period that resemble and are related to modern dragonflies. With a wingspan of up to 66 centimeters, it is one of the largest known flying insects that ever lived on Earth. Megandra was a predator and its diet consisted mainly of other insects and small amphibians. Atrecopus. Atrecopus was a species of spider-like animal that possessed a tail like a scorpion. For a long period of time Atrecopus was considered a prehistoric ancestor of modern spiders, but scientists who discovered the fossils found several more specimens more recently and have reconsidered their original conclusion. Scientists find it unlikely that Atrecopus weaved a web, but they believe it is possible that it used silk to wrap its eggs, build threads to move around or to line the walls of its burrows. Suchus. The Suchus is an extinct species, related to modern crocodiles and alligators, that lived on Earth 80 to 73 million years ago. Although it was much larger than any of the modern species, it generally looked the same. The Suchus had a body length of 12 meters. It had large, sharp teeth capable of killing and eating sea turtles, fish, and even large dinosaurs. In this issue we got to know only a small fraction of those creatures that became extinct for one reason or another. In the next releases, we will get acquainted with even more terrible animals that lived on the planet Earth. Well, if you liked the video, be sure to put a like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next videos.